first kind of initial blog, I'm just going to pretty much talk about what I'm planning on doing with, what's my schedule on here, what I'm pretty much going to do with the channel. It's pretty much just going to talk about everyday life, and then just kind of how to kind of become your own person, I guess. I'm definitely into trying to be, my own entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And running a business all while working, a full-time job, and and having a kid, is a lot to do. Although I wouldn't trade, obviously my kid for anything, but he definitely is some work. So right now I'm just driving over to my mother's house to meet everybody for Easter dinner, because it's Easter Sunday today. I figured, what the hell? What's a good day to start start a blog today? I'm going to attempt to do as many daily as possible, and they won't always obviously be from my car, but kind of got to videotape when I have time. So actually I'm just starting to read a book right now. So I've actually been following a bunch of people on YouTube already, but I actually was watching somebody's video, and they said that they read at least 3 hours a day of a book, to gain knowledge in your head and insight from other people in the world. And I feel like that's something that I'm definitely going to try. So I just picked up a book. It's hold on, I'll tell you 1 second what it is. It's by Mark Cuban. It's How to Win at the Sport of Business. It's not too thick. I think it's maybe 100 pages. But it kind of just details, how he started and what he's kind of pushed himself to do. And obviously now he owns the Mavericks and a whole bunch of other stuff. He's on Shark Tank and all this other stuff. I don't know his whole life story, but he definitely worked his way up from college and all this other stuff, and kind of brought in the whole PC world, from what I was reading so far. So it's definitely someone that knows what he's doing, and definitely will read up and follow everything and take it as advice. He said he reads at least 3 hours per day. So if I could do at least a half hour at this point, and work my way up to that, I think I could definitely go through a bunch of books, pretty quickly. So most of my beginning of a blog, I think, will definitely start with me and the wife are trying to buy a house right now. So I think that'll probably be encapsulating most of what we're starting with, just because it's going to engulf my life. It already has, but just because it's going to engulf my life already. Just kind of getting everything together and getting all the info to where I need to be, and just trying to be the best supporter and provider that I could be as a family man. So right now we're trying to buy like a 3-bedroom house, somewhere pretty good, we're going to eventually buy multiple properties, but I feel like we need to start somewhere. So we're gonna eventually start. We went and looked at a couple houses here and there, but they're just, the pictures. When people take pictures of their house and obviously post it, I know that they want to sell their house, but the pictures always make the house look, a ton better than what it really is. I mean, we've seen 2 or 3 houses already, and they're completely different to what, the pictures predict in the, in the MLS posting. It's crazy to really, sit back and look at that. And of course, people told me before we would look that, you look at the houses and you look at the pictures online, and obviously, like I said, they're trying to sell a house. So they want to make it look the best they can, but it's incredible how really different the houses look when you actually step inside of them, or pull up in front of them, and it's really deceiving, and that makes the choice difficult, because you're like, before you go see the house, you're like, oh man, it's such a great house, and then you go and you walk in, you're like, well, I guess it's okay. It could do this, or it could be better this way. I mean, a lot of it's cosmetic, but nothing to be like wow factor about, like when the pictures, when they show the pictures of the house. All right, well, I'm here, just about to get my eat on. Dinner should be ready. Family's here. Kids are probably playing. But like I said, it's just the beginning of what is really going to hopefully be a pretty crazy year. Buying a house. My kid's turning 1 next week. It's gonna be fun.
My dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement, spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a stay.